Okay, so example 14 wants us to perform this same hypothesis test that we saw before, but using p-values. And the results will be exactly the same. So here's what we did before, and we ended up rejecting the null hypothesis. Let's not disregard the information that we've already done. We know that it was big enough for us to do a large sample test, and we know what our hypotheses were, and even though we looked up our critical value, of course, if we're using a p-value type test, we don't have to have done this step right here. But let's go ahead and use our test statistic information to find the p-value. So our test statistic was 1.789. Let's go back to our chart on StatTrek and look up 1.789. And hopefully I still have it here. Okay, so I'm going to fill in right here with 1.789. And calculate. All right, now it gives me 0.963. Let's realize that that is the area or the probability to the left of 1.789. We are looking at a hypothesis test that is right-tailed. So our p-value is actually 1 minus that. All right, since that's a greater than and it's right-tailed. All right, so let me go back and grab that again. 0.963. So our p-value is equal to 1 minus 0.963. And if we put that into our calculator, 1 minus 0.963 ends up giving us 0.037. Okay, now recall, if the p-value is less than alpha over 2 in this case, let's do this though. Our p-value is 0.37. Like, if p-value is less than, let's do what I was doing, 0.05, then we reject the null hypothesis. Oh, I think I may have grabbed, yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I grabbed the wrong one. Let me go back. I should be on this page. So our p-value was 0.037. That's what happens when you make too many videos in one day. If the p-value is less than 0.05, we reject the null. And of course, that's exactly what we did using the other method. Then we would go on to say exactly the same thing again. We're going to reject the null hypothesis. There is significant evidence, but this time we'll state the p-value. P-value is equal to 0.037 to reject the null hypothesis. It appears that more than 50% of people prefer this soft drink brand.